Hey everyone, I'm Sylvana and I'm here with the most decorated female boxer in Canadian history, Mandy. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So yeah, on top of that, I am a two-time Olympian. Also the only female boxer in history to win back-to-back Pan American Games. 3-time continental champion, 11-time Canadian champion, mother of 2 beautiful little girls.
And today, she's going to teach me how to box.
I guess we'll start with your basic boxing stance. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, so.
My left hand is stronger for punching though, so maybe we could try both and you can tell me which one you think is better.
Okay, so when you're in your regular stance, do you go left foot forward?
I go right foot forward because the way we do it is like dominant towards the person, so
okay, so
we're gonna
switch. So basically your basic boxing stance from the beginning, your feet are always kind of slightly pointed towards your opponent. Again, you're like athletic stance, so you're on your toes, knees are bent. You know how to make a fist, right?
Yeah.
Fingers in, thumbs out. Then you're here. So everything's gonna stay nice and tight. So biggest thing with boxing, right? You wanna have everything protecting your chin because that's the most important thing. So making sure, you know, that's always protected. So whether it's your shoulder or your hand, but you're always up in your boxing stance. And then the other thing with movement, make sure that you're not crossing your feet because that's kind of the biggest thing. If you cross your feet, you're off balance. Whatever foot you move, the other foot follows so that you always stay in that boxing stance. Other way. Good. Good, now come back to the center. Good. What we do a lot of is just like lateral movement. You have a very aggressive opponent that wants to come forward. You want to be able to move, right?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna kind of go around the ring with our hands up. I'll say a switch, just gonna stop and switch. You always wanna make sure if we're going this way, you're leading with your right foot, okay? And then you're just gonna have a little bit more of a bounce. So get around, and then keeping those hands up, right? It's gonna be natural to kind of like wanna bring them down, but you wanna keep them up. Kind of sit back a little bit, switch. So if I was coming at you, switch. 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 There you go. Good. Shake it out.
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
And then we can add, so do you know how to, would you guys do a duck? Would you ever duck a punch? I guess you might duck a kick.
We're gonna do it today.
You do it today, okay. So basically when you're ducking underneath, right, it's like you want to have something here.
Yep. And
you just want to come to the other side. So same thing though with your feet. So your feet come with you when you're ducking underneath.
Okay.
So it's just a small step, small step. So normally a duck would be for a hook.
Yeah.
Right? If someone's coming with a big hook, and come underneath, up to the other side. Good. Yeah, keep your eyes on your opponent. And then, there you go. Perfect. Underneath. Okay, so now, footwork.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say duck. So I'm gonna be here, you're gonna stop, and then you're gonna duck in the direction that you wanna go. Switch. Yeah. Switch. One side's always gonna feel a little bit harder than the other. Ready, switch. Switch. Good. Perfect. You're natural. All the basics.
Oh. So when we point fight,
Yeah.
we're completely on a skateboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are like the skateboard.
Right.
But when I go around movements, it's here.
Right,
So
you gotta get low.
putting it into this one was easier.
Yeah.
But I never go left. So that was really cool. I like that.
Yeah. So your body's just probably like tighter on that side.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the movement was like so ugly, but but I have a good coach, so we're good.
All right, so that would be like, again, for a hook, someone's coming with big hooks, but if someone's coming with a straight punch, you're just gonna slip. So I still wanna see body weight transfer. So when you're slipped to the right, body weight there, I'm gonna slip to the left. Okay, and then you don't have to do so much of a turn. So it's just very slight.
Okay.
So here, and then when you're going this way, so just slip down, just keep that out.
Okay, cool.
And that's the biggest thing. It's just making sure your whole body is into it versus like just your upper body, right? Like everything, all body mechanics come from your hips. So now when we're moving, so we're gonna basically be in our boxing stance. If I say switch, you're just gonna do like a little bit of a slip and then switch. So again, you're slipping the direction you want to go, and that just kind of like leads you into that next.
Okay. Ooh, this one's gonna be tough. Okay.
All right, so hands up, switch, switch, switch. switch. Yeah. So more like think about bring it to your, yeah. Switch, 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 good. Switch, good. Again, that's just like adding a little bit of defense with your movement. Sure. Right? I think a lot of people think like boxing, you just get in the ring and you just stand there and throw punches at each other, which we both know that that's not the case. Not even. But some people think that, right? So it's really important to like understand that like everything starts from the feet. Yep. Footwork is, you know, your foundation for everything, 100%. Right? Then learning how to defend yourself is usually one of the first things you learn before you even learn how to throw punches. Yeah. And then obviously being able to throw punches is the next best thing. Yeah,
also helpful.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. The mechanics and your foundation. Right. Like building the foundation and then building up from there.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna add some punches in. The first one is just gonna be your jab or your number one. Okay. Is that what you call it as well? Okay. Probably exactly the same mechanics, right? So you're gonna come out 1 inch before your target. You're gonna turn it over. Okay. So key thing here is also to make sure this hand's on your chin protecting. Okay. This one's connecting. Right? Okay. So you're looking straight down your arm, always aiming for these 2 knuckles because these are the only ones that line up in your hand. So everything's always turning it over and then bringing it straight back. Okay, so the quicker that you can kind of bring it out and bring it back. And then again, you want to avoid the elbow coming up because that's just like a small tell. So just making sure everything's coming straight up, straight back, straight up, straight back. Nice. Keeping it nice and tight. Here. And back, yeah. Go again. Good. Good, and I want you to lead a little bit more with your hand versus your shoulder. Okay. I feel like your shoulder is moving first, comes out, okay, and then the shoulder can come up to protect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the turn's only right at the end. Okay, so go ahead. There you go. Good. And then bring it right back as quickly as it comes out. So you can kind of add that little step if you need to. Just like a bit of a touch at the same time. There you go, nice. Good. Good. In the same way you know how to breathe on your punches, right? So just make sure you're breathing out. So there you go. Good. And now if I can catch your punch, you're not bringing it back quick enough. Cool. Okay. Ooh. There you go.
I love this and hate this all at once. All right.
There you go. Good. Good. Nice. There you go. So it's just about touching the target and coming right back. Yeah. Right? If you leave it there for a split second, it just gives an opportunity for your opponent to like counter and come back. Yeah. Right? So everything is just nice and tight and back in. Right hand, again, very similar, but this is your power punch. So it's coming from behind. So your hands are up. You're in your boxing stance. You want to kind of start this one like with your back foot, right? So you're kind of turning, knee, hip, then the hand comes out. Again, fully rotated, meaning that left shoulder comes all the way back, chin's protected. Again, aiming here, looking straight down, and I'm protected on the other side, right? So even if someone punched me while I was fully extended, they're not gonna hit my chin. It might bounce off my headgear or whatever, but it doesn't really matter, right? As long as my chin's tucked in. So here, full extension, all the way out, all the way back in. Again, keeping that elbow as tight as you can along the way. Good. Extension. There you go.
Where is my primary target, head or body? Like when you're practicing?
Head. Yeah. So you always want to kind of go eye level, right? So all your punches are kind of eye level, unless of course you're thinking about going to the body, which you want to vary, but I would say like, let's say 80% of your punches are probably going to the head. Perfect. Okay. Some people only go to the head, but it is good obviously to vary and mix it up, especially if you don't want to be projectable for your opponent. Cool. Good. And the other thing is, so then when you start putting them together, so you got your jab will be your number one, your right will be your number two, both are gonna hit the same target, right? I think a lot of times you'll see people kind of like one over here, one over there. We're not fighting ninja style. You might, but not me.
I'd use this if I was.
Yeah. So basically, so 1, 2, both punches hit the same target.
Mainly this part that I feel like I'm overthinking, but
yeah. And sometimes it helps, like if you see yourself in the mirror. So yeah. So as long as you're punching up slightly, you're naturally going to protect your chin. So just using your peripheral vision, right? So you're not looking straight up. You're kind of like looking through your eyebrows. And it's something that like, honestly, it comes with repetition, like having a coach constantly tell you to like, hands up, chin down, hands up, chin down. Yeah, and it eventually starts to stick. Good, so let's try walking with punches. Whenever you throw your left, step with your left. Whenever you throw your right, step with your right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, cool. Super simple. And you can have like that little pause in between. Yep. Perfect. Here, 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 here. Yep. Here, here. Because you almost want to think about like someone's coming at you.
Yeah.
You can make your space, right hand. Make your space, right hand. Make your space, right hand. Make your space, right hand.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
That was better to visualize.
Are you with your hook? Let's say with a left hook. There you go. Yeah.
Needs improvement.
Yeah. All right. So let's say we're going to do like a 1, 2 hook. So you're doing something, you're going like this. You're doing a 1, 2, you're dropping, and then you're throwing. Okay. So let's go 1, 2 from your chin. Throw that hook. 1, 2, 3. Straight across. Yeah. Again. Good. Again. 2, 3. Good. And see how like you're naturally like adding the pivot. That's obviously from your experience, but that's again super important to make sure you're actually getting power on that punch, because if you just throw it, then it's all arm, right? So making sure everything kind of turns.
Perfect. Driving from the base.
Yep. Now let's slowly kind of move forward. So one, pop, 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 right? Because your opponent's not going to stay there and let you hit them. So just small little steps, little micro steps. 1, 2, hook, right hand. Good. Good. Do one more. Good.
Thank you.
All right, so how about we put some wraps on?
Cool.
And then we can get some gloves on and actually like hit something.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
I feel like there's a million different ways to put on hand wraps. I've always just kept it very basic. We used to have rules that actually didn't allow us to go through the fingers when you're competing. So I was like, well, why am I gonna do that when I'm training? Makes sense. All right, so let's start with some just like very basic. So hands up, boxing stance. So you're gonna go, your jab's gonna go here, jab, 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 jab. Good, so let's try that right hand. So right hand's gonna go here. Good. And we'll put them together. So again, they're gonna cross over. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Good, so I want a little bit more impact on your jab.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Good. So I think what you're doing is you're pivoting on your jab where I want a step. So a step, that'll help you with that snap.
Perfect.
Okay? Good. And then back me up. Good. There you go. Good. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that felt way better. That little tip about stepping definitely.
Yeah, because sometimes if you're turning too much on your jab, your power actually kind of goes out that way.
Cool.
Versus like into your punch. So you want to like use that as like your momentum.
Awesome.
Right? So I'll show you a couple things. So yeah, there's 2 different ways to throw a hook.
Okay.
There's this way, which is more of like an American style, the way you're throwing it.
Yep.
And then there's like a little bit more of a European style, which would be knuckles like this.
Okay.
So you can either go palm in or palm down.
Okay.
So I want you just to try palm down just to see how that feels. Okay, so same thing, a 1, 2 hook, but I want you to try palm down.
Okay. Boom, boom, palm down.
Yeah. And same thing, make sure you're aiming with those knuckles.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oof.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Good. Yep. Good. Right, if you're in close, you want to use that. Sometimes if you're out here, but hey, it's like I still want to throw a hook, you set it up, but you can't really like, you can kind of like turn it over this way.
It's kind of like more, you drive it more.
Yeah. So here, which then becomes a lot of like shoulder again with that turn, because it's hard to get power when your hand's way out there.
Yeah.
So it's really like at the very end, turning it over.
Nice. You see that? You see that snap? Like it's just showing me, it's like, cool snap.
So let's try that again, but let's add the right hand. So let's go 1, 2, hook, right hand.
Okay. 1, 2, from the hook.
Yeah. Good. I love how you always say thank you. You're like the most polite boxer.
It's because of my dad.
Why he always tells you to say thank you?
Oh, we all do it. Like that's just like our sport, like our art.
Right.
Like if your coach or your instructor says something nice to you, like compliments you say like thank you, as in like I hear you.
Yeah.
And not just like, oh, you don't have to tell me any, like, if you didn't think I was doing a good job, you don't have to say anything, right? So the fact that you're saying it to me, I'm just like receiving it.
No, I like it. I'm like, most people don't acknowledge it. Let's just try and like mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna try to just like throw some combinations at you and we'll just kind of see how it flows. Okay? Yeah. Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. Jab. Double. Yeah, double. Good. Double jab right hand. Good. Again. Good. So watch that foot on the jab. So just step. Don't pivot on it. Okay. Step. Good. And then other right hand. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. And then if I come at you, I just want you to keep moving. So remember how we were doing the movement, so a little bit of lateral movement. If I come here, and then just always keep your eyes on me. Good, 1, 2. Good. Jab. Good, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2 hook. Good. 1, 2 hook right hand. Good. Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right hand left hook. Right hand, left hook, right hand. Again, 2, 3, 2. Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. Duck. Good. Make sure you take your step. Okay. 1, 2. Down. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, slip, 2. Okay. So 1, 2, slip. Again. Good. So when you're slipping, try to maybe not necessarily like pull back, because you're already at the right range. You want to just do like a bit of a side step. Yeah. Okay. So here, 1, 2, slip. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Good. All right. So your uppercuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you done uppercuts?
The way we do it, but I want to learn the way you do it.
Okay. All right. So from here, you're basically gonna drop down. And then you want to come up, palm faces you. Okay. Right, so you're here, and then you want to really use your momentum in your hips. So when your hips extend, that's when you're going to be landing that punch. Okay. And here. So I would put my target here. Good. Again. Good. Bring them up, and across. Up, across. So a little bit more, so bring them together a little bit more. So instead of like a 1, 2, try to use the momentum from this one, because this is bringing your shoulder back, preparing you, right, for that hook. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Good. And this is in close, so you can go palm. That's okay? Yeah. Okay. Good. And bring that foot a little bit higher, like check your chin. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Good. Good. And then add a right hand. Okay. Oof, I forgot what I was doing, sorry. Good. One more. Good. Thank you. Good job. Oh, that was awesome. I'm tired.
I think the jab is the hardest for me.
Yeah, and I think it's because you want to turn on it. Yep. Right? So absolutely. It's just about like really just thinking like your toe, like put your toe into the ground. Put your toe into the ground. That should be the motion with your jab. I definitely felt better every time you told me to step, and I actually stepped. Yeah. Like better every single time. I just have to make that muscle memory. Yeah. So. I'm sweating. Look at this sweat. I'm toast. Thank you for teaching me today. No problem. Thank you for coming. Thanks for having me. I hope you all learned something. I know I certainly did, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Capacity to think about going back. Come on, Bonnie. There you go. Good. Hello. Hi, Sid. Hello. Good. How are you? I'm Savannah. Hi, Savannah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for allowing me in here. My pleasure. My pleasure. You don't care if you're on camera, right? I'm fine.
Okay. So, Sid Vanderpool, just want to let you know that this location here is famous for creating heavyweights, champions, Olympians. All right, Lennox Lewis, Art Binkowski, Jason Douglas. This man right here could be you could be the next great heavyweight right there. All right, so that's why I gave you my card. When you're ready to come back and see me, okay?